Why, hello there. My name is Heather Denham. I live in San Francisco. I work at a company called Bayer, California. I moved to San Francisco in 2003 to pursue my master's in fashion design at the Academy of Art University. This is Jang. She is the head of the sewing staff at Bayer, California. That's Diana and Nancy, two of the sewing ladies. I have worked as a technical designer at Bayer, California since 2006. I lived in a loft warehouse in the Soma district of San Francisco. As far as my hoop story goes, I had two Wham-O hula hoops when I was a kid, one pink and one blue. The blue one I acquired from my sister because she didn't really use it, so I kind of stole it. I used to hoop for hours with them and make up dance routines in my backyard. I even took them on vacation when we went to Pismo Beach. In 6th grade, we used to have a kids' day where we played games all day, and we had a hula hoop contest every year, and I won the Who Can Hula Hoop Keep the Hoop the Longest contest. And it was the whole elementary school. In 2002, I went to my first Burning Man. I found one of my high school best friends there. I hadn't seen her for years. She had been living in Santa Cruz. She was way into the band String Cheese Incident, and she found out where they were camping, and we kind of stalked them, and she told me to pretend like I didn't know who they were, and I didn't, so it was kind of easy. But she knew everything about hula hooping, and even had a fire hula hoop, and it was made out of all metal, even the hoop itself, and the spokes were at a 45-degree angle instead of a 90-degree angle, and she wanted me to try it, and I was like, no way. So as the years went by at Burning Man, I kept seeing these awesome, amazing hoopers, and I never really met one, but I always pretty much admired them from afar and wished I could do it. So in 2007, I started researching online, and I found Jason Unbound's instructions, and I went to all these different hardware stores searching for the right tubing and the right connectees, and I finally found the right thing, well, sort of the right thing. It was a little bit lighter tubing than what people told me to get, but that, I think I weighed it down a little bit with, I used reflective tape and electrical tape to tape it, so it weighed it down a little bit. So I also got Hoop Girls beginning DVD, and I learned a couple tricks, and I showed my friends. But then soon after that, after I had practiced and learned my tricks, soon after that I had foot surgery because I grew up dancing. I took lots of dance classes growing up. Like, after school every day, I spent about 6 hours a day going to dance class. So I had painful bunions from all the years of pointe. And there I am with my pink shoes, and this is the first time I put them on in like 10 years. So after I had my bunion surgery, it took me about over a year to fully recover. And so I kind of just forgot about hooping, to tell you the truth. And then about a year ago, in January of last year, January of 2010, my friend Laurel invited me to make a fire hoop at Nancy's house. And so I went and I made my fire hoop, and I started hooping, and all these girls were so good, and it just made me inspired again. And I met Satis there, and she teaches a fire hooping class at the Crucible. And she was like, well, it starts next week, you should sign up. So when I got home, I looked it up, and the beginning class was all full. But she also had an intermediate class. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to jump in, take the intermediate class, and try and catch up. So I got there and everyone in the class was really good, and so I just practiced every day and tried to catch up and keep up. And the class setting was much more similar to what I was used to in taking dance classes growing up. So it was just, I really just fell in love again. I progressed way faster, and just the other girls in the class really pushed me. And my New Year's resolution was to film myself hooping every day and then post the good ones or the funny ones or whatever to YouTube. And so I posted a couple to Facebook, and my friend's 5-year-old son saw them. And now he has been making up dance routines and twirling it over his head, behind his back, and it is the cutest thing you have ever seen. And the last I heard, she made up 10 dance routines, and she sent me a clip of him, but I couldn't figure out how to put it on the end of this. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'll shut up now. I would really like to be considered for Hooping Idol because I love challenges and I'll try to make them interesting and fun. And